concept. Today we'll concentrate on MVVM architectures. So first of all, here I'll create a project. Parking using an MVVM. So we'll try that project here. Okay. So first of all, before going to start this one, first we used to understand what is an MVVM. So model view model. So that is the MVVM architecture. So like last time we have done retrofit example and all. So those all are what we done. That is an MVC architecture, but this is completely MVVM. So MVVM architecture. So this is the architecture diagram for that. So model view control. So here we can able to see the distance. Okay. So this is the MVVM architecture model. Like here, view model and model view and view. So this is the three-way communication. Like in different classes, we will write different logic. Last time, everything we written in a single logic. Like last time, we separated some of the things like Ojo and other things we separated in this other. So, but here now we will see that here in this completely we will see complete different classes. So to create this project structure also, it is little bit different. So first we will start with the project creation structure. After that, once the program is done, again we will discuss about this architecture in detail of this so that we can understand it. Right. So this is the project it is created. So in this, the first step, what I will do is, so here I add the dependencies. So the dependencies which are belongs to the this architecture like the MVVM architecture. So let me copy that MVVM architecture. Dependencies. So total here we need 6 dependencies. T is for the retrofit and other T is for the this MVVM architecture. So I'm adding here the MVVM architecture 6. So the 6 here I'm adding this. So these are the 6 dependencies. So let us think this. So once it is syncing here, now for this case, we need here multiple packages. Here, as of today, we deal with only the single one, that is while creating the project, what is the default it is coming. So we use only that one, right? Now here we have to modify this. So to modify this, now here I am creating one new package. So the first package I'm creating a name of UI. So it means whatever this is there extra here, one thing that will come, that is the UI. So once this UI part has done, so whatever the main regular activity, whatever we created, that will comes under into this, right? And after this, here I'll create one more package. So these are the common for every project. So just you can concentrate initial steps, be careful. So next I have created a helper. So in a helper class, like we will create a multiple classes, so that one by one we'll create here. Then after that, we have to create a model. So one more package that we will create as a model, right? So next we will create network. So next we will create network. So network means in the network also we'll create one or two classes. Then total we need 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 has done. One more how to create, that is in the name of view model. Yes, I have other example here. Model we created network repository. So we have to create one more, that is the repository. So create package. So here we will create one more, that is the package name called repository. So this 5, first you can create these 5 packages here one by one here. So once you created this 5, now you have to add the step by step like next. So first of all, here you can copy this and this you can paste. Next, what are the main activity means user interactions always should be in a UI. So here this will be interacting with the users, right? So that's the reason we move that into here. So in this one activity is creating, right? Now this we will delete here. So That's how deleted means. Now here, so it is now inside the another package, right? So here we have to import the supported file. Wait, like sometime it will come. So this is the next here. So one common file is there. So that common file we have to create here. So how to create that common file here? Now the common file is the shade preferences. So to create a entire shade preferences data, so here we will create one common file. So that common file here we will create. So that is the here within this we'll create a one class. So that is my application. So that means I'll give as my application. So this extends application. So this extends application, right? So this file can be accessible in the entire project. So then next here. So here we will create a one method called onCreate. Override onCreate method we will create. So here we will call that shade helper dot init. So this class with this class name, we will create a shade preference so that it can be resolved. Like this is the first step. So first you have to add dependencies. Then after dependencies, we used to add this. Right. So once this is done, now we will start from the one by one here. So first of all, so this five structures we created. In a first structure, we'll start with the first from the helper to one by one here. So some of the default files for every project. So what are the default files? What we have to write on that so that we will create here. So for every project, right? For every project, so we have some default files. That default file is nothing but here. First is here in a helper. Within this helper, I'm creating one class that is like the app constants. So any constants messages I want to display, like for success or for failure. So those we will see here in from here. Let us say I create one sample here now. So we will create one companion object here. So within this companion object, so we used to write here all the things like the constant value. Let us say I want to capture the success. So I want to capture success equal to success. So like let us say URL not found. So constant value like this, we will add all the default messages. So these default messages, we will use the key. This is the first one is the key, second one is the value. So with that value, so in application where you want that we can access the, like this we can create here first step. So after this now here, I'm creating one more class. So that is the network. So network state. So I have created one more class that is a network state. So within this network state, I have to check that network is available, network is running or not. So here, this is the val status. So val, here I'm passing few parameters. Val or var, you can use anything. Like I have to pass some message. So that is string. Means if network is available, it will say that network available. Network is not available, it will say something like that. So that is the value here I'm passing. Val status. This is the column status. So status default string I'm passing status. This will change. So this status could be common, but that will come as a different. Right. So here we will create one enum class. Enum class. So whatever the status as created here, that we will create status. So here I'm creating few statuses. One is the running, success, and failed. Means network is available, network running successfully or failed at connection. So that I have created here. So based on this, now we will use the same things for the right here. I create one more thing that is one more companion object. So within this companion object here now, I will write var like the var loaded, that is network state, means that is for above, like based on above status here we will see the network status is null. Same means even here we will check continuously, like the loading load completed, like while page loading and everything here we will check that. So that is loading network state null. So for this here now I'll create one init method to handle this. So init method is created here. So the first one is so here it is the loading. Okay, loaded equal to here. So I am checking the network state. So the network state. So that is status dot. So status dot success. So just from there, I'm checking the status dot success. So in case if it is a status dot success, so here it will display as a success. For end user, it will give indirectly this message success. Right. Same here, we'll copy this line and we'll paste here. So we'll paste 2 times. One time it's enough. So here now we will change this as a loading. Loading. So here it is status dot running. So status dot running. So it will say as a, it will say well. But here one more we can create. So that is paint. So paint here we can write as a paint. So here it is paint. Just a minute. So for this here now we have to add one more, that is failed, right? So we will add here the failed. So failed colon. So that is also with respect to of the network status. So we'll add the network status like this. Right. So these are the status. While net is connecting, we will get these statuses like this. Right. So next here now, I suppose to write the, see here exact whatever our concept, like we supposed to write a login. But as of now, I not yet touched any part of that particular login. So that we will write like, so here now I'm creating one more class within this, that is a shared helper. So here we created the shared helper, right? So with this name, I'm creating it. This is, we will use for the, to store the data of shared preferences. So that we will use here. So I have created the shared helper. So this is as object to value. So object shared helper. So in this shared helper, now we will write few things. So that is the first one is the public final. So why I'm writing public final means this can be used by the entire application. So just I'm declaring the shared preferences here. So shared preferences column. So shared preferences. Shared preferences will handle here nullify condition. Right, we landing. Just I declared the shared preferences and I handle the nullify conditions. So then here we have to use latent var editor. So to edit the shared preferences data, we need editor, right? So this code already we've written in the last time, whatever the previous classes I've written. So that is different, but this is already we know that. So this editor. So here what we have to write, shared preferences start. So direct line writes that shared preferences start editor. So here we have to edit the shared preferences. Right. Next step here. So we will create a one init function. So one init. So init function with reference of the context. So any class can access that. So context column context. So I have to create the context. Right. So we will import this context. It means we have multiple classes could be there. So from any one of the class also we can access this. So that is here. Whatever the shared preferences we are creating above, that is with reference of the context. So context dot get shared preferences. So just we supposed to get the shared preferences data in any of the class. So that we are writing here, that is a state preferences. So the key I'm writing here, that is the cache. Whatever the data is there in the cache, that data I want to access. So for that, with reference of the context, so I'm creating the mode as private. So like last time also we already written this mode as private like this, but in a different way. So here it is in a little bit different way we are declaring. But now this is done. Now the next value here, like whatever the values you want to add in a shared preferences. So that we will see like, so here now I'm writing a little bit related to our code. So now our code related code, like I want to add the data into this, like means I'll create first one function put key. So this is I'm using means I want to add this. So that is context, comma. So key colon. So that key is in the form of string. And the next is the value. Means I'm saving this data in this format. So that value string. So in this format, I'm saving this to the first. Right. So within this now, we're supposed to add the statement. So like already the statement is we already added, right? So for that here now, editor equal to, so here editor equal to, so here we will write shade preferences dot edit. So here I want to edit the data. So shade preferences dot edit. I have to edit the data here. So that's the reason I have created like this. Right. So here should be expecting this. The shade preferences dot edit. Then next here, the common method we are using, that editor dot put string. So that is the abo. Already we created abo, right? That format I'm putting here. That is a universal. Like in this same format, wherever you have to add the key comma values, so that we can add here in this format. I think this key we will make capital so that it will be like that. Next is the here editor dot apply. So done. Adding the data to statements as done. So this complete program, it will take 2 to 3 days. So we will continue step by step, day by day. So now we have done today some program and tomorrow some, like that. It will take 2 to 3 days. Right. Now put key is done. So let us say I want to add key. So here one more function I'll create, that is means these all are not required for your login credentials. Sorry, to write a login in MVVM architecture, these all are not required. But in a real-time oriented, like whatever the project here today we are creating, so that common things you can copy and paste. So that is the reason I'm explaining here. So here I'm writing one more thing, like sometimes we will put the key, sometimes we will use like this is the format. So that is a key string. So value string. So these are in this method, we will add the data. So that is like here say, means sometimes we will write with reference of the context, sometimes without context also we will save the data into this. So that's the reason like it is gone. And sometimes based on the Boolean also we will write. So for that here fun write Boolean, write Boolean. So that is the context with reference of the context here. So context, comma, that is key string, next value string. So same parameters I'm passing, but here value instead of string, this one I'm treating, okay. This one only the string instead of this string, I'm treating that as a Boolean value, means like true or false. So Boolean, done. So here now I'm creating this like here same. So that is the shape into start value like this. Done. So here it is true or false, right? So I think it is expecting some null. So insert null. Done. Value to string, or we can add directly to handle that null question mark also. It will work, I think. So it will be looking like. And the next is the, so want to get the data. So for that, to get the shape instance data, also we used to create one method. So that is get key. So that is here we can get here just I write different context to get key to our understandable, like similar. It is also the context, but first word is always that is our reference purpose. So this is that all are for storing. That's the reason I return the common, but this is different. So that's the reason I'm writing the different. So key string, key value. So here key string, that's it. Only one value we will get here. So that is in the form of string we will get here, right? So for this here, simply we will return one value here, return. So that is the shape preferences dot shape preferences dot get string, get string. So that is the key, comma, this value could be anything, like that will be changed dynamically. That's right. So first we return the get key, like similar here for remaining two methods also we used to write that. So first one get key, that is normal. Now here instead of key here, now we will write the get string. So get string. So everything has the same. Get string means here this context could not be there. So directly it is the key value that we will get directly here. Right, get string we are getting. So it is common. Next here we will write one more here. So that is here. I want to get a Boolean. So get Boolean. So get Boolean. So here in this Boolean, this return is the Boolean. So we have to get the Boolean value. So he normally here the default value will come as a false. So maybe that will change, but default value we are treating as a false. Here we will write extra for this question mark so that it can be not here. Here we have to write. Here it is expecting something. Okay. Get line number 5. Here it, no, it okay, it is spelling mistake, that's okay. But here get boolean means here. Okay, here also it should be boolean, then it will work. Like wait. Here it should be right boolean. So once I'll write this, now we will continue next steps tomorrow. Here this is the boolean. So even here also we used to get the boolean value. So get boolean. So the both are the strings. That's the reason while copying, no problem. Now it will work. So it will be okay. Right. So from